Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. This is a Tell the Truth Wednesday. I'm your host, Mike Bara, in Las Vegas, Nevada, joined as I often, almost always am on Wednesdays by my co-host, the lovely lady with the lustrous hair from Hayden, Idaho, Jennifer Fala. Jen, how was your Tuesday?
Good Tuesday.
Was it toxically masculine?
Busy?
Was it toxically masculine? No, it was not
No,
masculine.
It was just busy.
Yeah, Mike's fluffing his hair. That's usually not the reason why we're late. Usually not.
I don't have
much hair left.
That's why we're late. I had an important call. That's why we're late. So it's my fault.
So let me get the link up over on the Rumble side of the house. Copy that. Get it into Telegram. And off we go. Okay. So while we're waiting for everybody to come and show up on the Telegram or the Rumble side of the house, let's go ahead and do our usual run through of stuff, sponsors, advertisers, that kind of thing. Please keep in mind that if you should miss an episode, you can always go find it on MikeBara.blogspot.com, where you can pick up all of the latest episodes. If you look, there's last night's Toxically Masculine Tuesday that Jen missed with Mike and Steve and Blake and Brooks. And you can also pick up links to my books, lectures I've done, Ancient Aliens and JFK, the Forecast Show with Mel Carmine, Jen and I from Monday, videos I've done on famous UFO sightings, me and Zester on Friday talking crypto, some last week's Whiskey and Wisdom interviews I've done with people in the UFO community, time with LifeWave stuff with Michael Jaco talking about LifeWave, which is wonderful, wonderful stuff. And even the mushroom ladies, they're down there somewhere talking about mushrooms. I'll have them back soon. MikeBara.blogspot.com. Also talking about my upcoming appearances, and I am going to be at the Alien event Las Vegas in September 12th, 13th, and 14th at the Alexis Park Resort. It's going to be an awesome show. We got dinners, banquets, open bars, lots of cool stuff. Tons of cool people are going to be there besides me. We've got David Hatcher Childress from Ancient Aliens, Brad Olson, Tom Reed. Marina is going to come out for her American debut. Hans Dietrich, who's going to have a lot to say about the Boogosphere, one of the most controversial ufology things out there right now. And we're going to have panels. It's going to be cool stuff. Get there to the Alien event Las Vegas. Come and see me, and it'll be wonderful stuff. All right. Also, what the links on MikeBara.blogspot.com will do is they will send you over to the Rumble channel. And on the Rumble channel, hi, Susan Gratz. How are you? Susan, I think, is feeling a little bit better. But anyway, and in there, you can chat. You can exchange ideas. You can also hit the subscribe button for a mere $5 a month. You can support the show by subscribing. We have over 6,500 followers. Only about 100 subscribers. That's the best way to support us. We really appreciate it. If you don't want to do that, there's also the Rumble Rant button, the little green $ button in the lower right-hand corner. If you hit that, you can Rumble Rant any amount. And one of the advantages you get of doing a Rumble Rant or subscribing or super chatting over on Mike Bara 333 on YouTube in whatever amount is that your questions go to the top of the pile when it comes to question and answer time with our wonderful Jen. All right. Also, please don't forget to visit our cool sponsors, the CBD Gurus, over at the CBDGurus.com for all sorts of health-related products based on CBD medicines. Just hit the wholesale tab, slide down to Mike B Wholesale, type in the discount code ALIEN, no uppercase, no S on the end, just alien, all lowercase. pick up this week's specials. He's also giving away some dong and some dinar, depending on certain amounts that you hit. If you buy stuff from Matt, right now this week we've got the Delta 8 gummies, the sleep gummies, the regular gummies, all on sale. You've got little gummy packets that you can give out to people as samples or try to get them to sign up for the CBD Gurus if you want to be a reseller. They got the CBD oils, the full spectrum stuff, the immunity system boosters, and this week the THC sparkling water, which will get you nice and relaxed. Matt and Lucas over at the CBD Gurus, they're good people. They're good guys. We want to help and support them. Also, please don't forget to visit our other wonderful sponsors over at MikeBaraPets.com. If you have any issues with your fur babies, your dogs, your cats, your horsies, get on over to MikeBaraPets.com. Link in the description for all this stuff, where you can pick up all kinds of cool mushroom-based products for your fur baby's health. And guess what? Also for your own health. Hit the Shop Now tab, slide in, take a look at the products. I've got Barkley on Mush Puppies and Mojos and the special sauce, the super sauce for dogs. He's doing really well. His mobility is improved. His energy is great. We've got Chill Doggies for dogs that get upset at having separation anxiety, or if they don't like the fireworks, you can give them that. They've got cat super sauce, cat premium cat food. Mojos are these liver-based treats that are embedded with absolutely wonderful, wonderful mushroom-based health supplements. And, you know, if you're going to give your dog a treat, may as well give him something that's good for him. And the mush ponies, of course, are for the horses and the donkeys, like Henry the Donkey. And then you have the in-force line of products for human consumption. And I can't say certain words, but I'm going to tell you that Kristen and Diana, who we like to call the mushroom ladies, they've both used these in-force supplements to see, letter C, very serious human ailments that they both came down with. They have just got amazing results. Send an email to Diana at MikeBaraPets@gmail.com. Again, link in the description. It's MikeBaraPets@gmail.com. If you have an issue with your dog, your cat, your horse, ask Diana. She's a certified pet nutritionist. She can also tell you her own story when it comes to seeing the very serious big C, and lots of really cool stuff, lots of really cool stories. They got chocolates, they got coffee, they got starter packs. They have everything over there at MikeBaraPets.com. Also, I'm now working with the folks that do the patches, the X39, X49, SP6, LifeWave patches. These are based on the phototherapy science. It's military-based technology. They're little woven crystal patches that you stick on your body for 12 hours a day, take them off for 12 hours a day. You get amazing health and wellness results. I have had terrific results, as you guys know, in terms of my blood work and my weight loss with the X39 and the SP6. They work wonders for me. I really like them. IceWave is for pain. You've got energy, LifeWave energy patches, and Silent Nights for sleep if you have sleep issues. You can do the patches together in a bundle, like there's the X39, X49 performance bundle, or you can throw in the Eon, the glutathione, the carnosine, depending on what issues you have. They are great for ladies that might be going through menopause, people that have specific health issues. We're going to try to get Susan on these too. They're absolutely wonderful, wonderful things. And again, link in the description. Jen, why don't you tell us what's going on over at JenniferFala.com this week?
I still have the 2-for-1 sale on all the healings from me on JenniferFala.com, either the weight loss or the full healing. You can take advantage of that now. I'll be taking that off soon. I just decided people asked me to keep it up for a little longer, but probably through the end of the week. Also, the classes as well will be running through the end of the week. You want to get in there and get those now. They're more than half off, and I will send them to you quickly via WeTransfer to your email. Download them to a computer. The link will expire. I believe it's a week. Okay. So if you're watching the classes off the link, don't do that. Download them. Watch them off your computer. It's not going to work with the phone. You can also reach Susan Gretz. She's handling the mediumship for me. She does all kinds of wonderful things. You can get a reading with her. Email her after purchase. It is in the write-up there, her email. Also, Marcy Howell. It is a lovely time to get a house cleanse or a personal cleanse if things seem to be going awry in your life. That's probably why. You can get to her quicker than you can for me for a cleanse. Go to Marcy Howe, purchase there, email her after purchase. If you'd like to schedule a reading, you can go to philosophy.com. Now, some people are like, where's the 15-minute? Okay, hit the blue button, book now. Okay, schedule reading, whatever it says right there. I think it says book now. Yeah. Those two in the front are just suggested readings, and I can't get more than 2 on the front page there. So they're all on that second page. So you can purchase and schedule yourself. If you did not allow you to schedule yourself, your purchase did not go through. Try again. So go to philosophy.com. I do still have openings in July.
Yeah. Awesome. All right. And that is what is going on over at jenniferfala.com this week. Okay. Let's get to the news. We got check and see what we have on the Rumble side. Yeah, we got about 3,000 people in the live stream right now. Thank you guys for being here. And remember, if you Rumble, Rant, or Super Chat, your questions go to the top of the list when it comes to question and answer time. But now, what we have to get to is news. Now, I have not talked to Jen for 2 days on news. First of all, because she's busy. Secondly, because I like when we're doing shows to keep what I hear separate from what she hears, because she's hearing from the angels and I'm hearing from people who are not angels, practical stuff. So I want to catch you up because I think it's now okay to talk about things I was not allowed to talk about on Monday. What I was told was that it was going to hit, meaning Tier 4B notifications were going to hit at precisely 6:44 a.m. New York Eastern Daylight Time on Monday morning. That did not happen. What I was told is that Iraq was supposed to fill out some final paperwork, which is actually a biometric authorization from the central bank to go with the new rate, which at that time was $3.47 to show publicly. They did not do that. They acted once again irresponsibly, selfishly. They acted like a third world country, which is what they are. Now, were there, as I've told you before, forcing mechanisms in place to bypass that? The answer is yes. However, Donald Trump and Steve Bessent decided not to do that. So that was put aside. And what that means is that we now have a week where they have to recalibrate everything, re-put in the rates, redo all that stuff. Even though the money is all in place, they have to redo all this stuff. Now, that's going to take 7 days. So that pushes us out to July the 29th. However, I can tell you this, the base rate now on the dinar has now gone up to $3.81. So there are people who are not going to like that. Mostly the Gulf states who wanted it to come in under 350, but you lose. So that's what I'm getting on that one. And a thing to remind you of is Tony and Jen and Bruce and Frank and Wolvie all were getting, overnight last night, pretty much overnight Tuesday into Wednesday morning. They all got that. They're not necessarily wrong. Just because it hasn't shown publicly doesn't mean my guy is right. My information may or may not be right. Also, that same information was all confirmed with a second source yesterday morning. So I knew Monday morning. I knew Monday morning it wasn't going to happen on Monday. Even though that was the perfect day to do it, they decided not to do it. Meantime, there's another oil deal being worked. So President Trump has decided to use this extra week to negotiate another deal. So this is all I hear that's going on. Just because it hasn't happened doesn't mean my sources are correct, right? Doesn't mean that. These guys could all be correct. And so you could listen to them. So I don't want anybody to be upset or think it's not going to happen for a week. I don't know that. My sources don't know that. That's what they believe. The other piece of information is that there are other tiers and other functions, other things happening. President of the Philippines visited the White House yesterday. I'm told he brought with him a golden key to unlock certain gold, which I thought was unlocked on March 31st. So, but that may be an opening of the Rodriguez Trust, the big trust I think that Jen might have seen a couple of weeks ago or a couple of months ago. So the result of all this is that you have a situation now where people are saying certain things and believing certain things because they don't know what's going on and they're trying to fill in the blanks. So as they try to fill in the blanks, they're guessing on what's happening. So the last thing I will tell you is just because Tier 4B may not happen until July 29th doesn't mean the rest of it can't go before. Now, we've all been told it's a shotgun start, everything goes at once. That doesn't have to be the case, and it may not be the case. In other words, it could start today. Bond people could get paid today. There is insane activity at Reno, which is what Wolvie told you last night. He told you Reno and Zurich are going crazy. I can verify that. There's all kinds of private jet traffic going on. So the rest of this stuff could happen leading up to July 29th, Tuesday, July 29th. And keep in mind, that doesn't mean we don't get appointments until then. We could get appointments today, but we don't start going until the 29th. And that's only one source out of 6 that says that. So that's what I have. That's what I'm hearing. Jen, you got anything you want to update on us for Monday? I saw you kind of shaking your head.
Yeah, check me off the screen.
What do you
okay. We've got silence. We've got misinformation circulating. That is because it's about to go. As far as, this crazy psychic lady thinks. Okay. This morning I asked Gabriel, and he basically just went like this. The key.
Holy shit, because Wolvie says the guy brought the key. The Philippines guy brought the key to the White House yesterday.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
So, listen, this morning, so when I was asking about it, I heard silence. I posted this on Telegram, on my page on Telegram, Philosophy. Silence is golden. Remember what happened in Kuwait? They came out and told everybody, oh, it's not going to happen for a long time and nothing to see here, and boom. Okay. There's like silence in Iraq. I mean, are we getting any information? Why is that? Just relax. Just sit back. I'm all giddy over here. I just from the way I feel about it, I think we're good. I think it's happening. I mean, I could always be wrong. Pretty confident. Feeling pretty confident. So, we're going to get a lot of misinformation circulating. There's going to be a lot of people reaching for information just so that they can come out and have something to say. I'm still holding on for this week. This 2 hour and 11 minutes, I feel like whatever that process was, it happened. Now, whatever delay there is or public reveal there is, or if there is a, something that's loading to make it show up, I don't know. Possible. But I think we're good. I don't know what to tell you. So, I'm not getting a lot of information to pass on to you because I think there's a reason for the silence. And sometimes silence is good.
Yeah, and everybody except my guy agrees with you. So, everybody else says it's here, it's happening.
Now, when you get this week time period, for what? A week for what?
Yeah.
No, that's a question. A week for what?
A week for this to start rolling out.
For what to roll out? A rate? The notifications? What?
rates, notifications, money. People starting to get liquid. People starting to have.
People are already getting liquid. You're not going to hear about it.
This is a riddle.
Or they're going to lie to you.
Because they go under NDAs.
I would.
Yeah, because they go under NDAs. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. I feel very positive.
Well, no, I'm not saying I don't. I'm just telling you what my source told me, which is that we don't go until the 29th. But what's not specified in there is whether that's the day we show up for our appointments or that's the day that we get our notifications and we see a public rate. I don't know. All kinds of things could happen between now and then. So,
listen,
we're kind of
Congress. This is what I think happened with Congress. Okay. I don't know anything for sure. But what I think is that, all right, we've got to get these passed for the cryptos. All right. We need these bills passed. And everybody's like, oh, no, we're going to be in blah, blah, blah. We're not going to do it. We're going to go on vacation. Listen, we'll give you an extra week vacation if you get this done now. It needed to be done now. We need to be able to, crypto is a currency. We need to have that ready to go so that it's available when we flip to gold. They got that done really quick. They left a week early. Okay, so we've got all these things happening behind the scenes, all these codes flying and keys turning and all kinds of stuff. It's very, very complicated process. Iraq was quiet. They were told in the mosques, what was it, last night or the night before? It was last night?
Mm-hmm.
That you're going to wake up in the morning and things will have changed.
Right.
Has anybody got any news out of Iraq today?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Do we really know if they're having parties in the street in Iraq today?
We do not.
We do not. Now, as far as the public reveal for it to show up on the Forex and to begin this process, we don't know if that loads. So what I see is this line, like a document loading, that's a green line coming across, moving.
Mm-hmm.
Gabriel showed me a key. There's a lot of steps in this process. I don't really know. I just feel like, hang on, don't expect that you know what's going on. Because at the end, you're not going to know anything, and it's just going to go boom.
Yeah, I think we're all going to be surprised, right?
And why? Yeah. Why would we not know anything at the end? So that nobody can stop it. So let's just sit back and not worry about the day, the minute, the hour of when this is exactly going to go. Because, anytime somebody said, 2 days and 11 minutes was the process to push it through. Mm-hmm. I believe that happened. I'm confident about something coming through today.
Richard thinks you look amazing today, if that helps.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
Fire. Hot. Okay.
As I was saying, it will be forced to post. That has begun.
Mm-hmm.
How much time do we have left on the clock for that? 2 days and 11 minutes. Now, if it shows up and it's there and there's just one more switch or one more key to turn to make it show up on the public Forex everywhere, and they're waiting for some announcement of Iraq or whatever's going on. Do they want to send the notifications out first? We don't know what's going on with that process. But I feel like it's still happening this week. I feel like there's no wrench in the spokes. There's no, Congress is gone, so it does. We're not going to. They don't have anything to do with this. They already did their job. Yeah, they just get the hell out of town and go on vacation. That's fine. That's just the United States. I still think we're good. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, well.
They're not giving me much. And I think there's a reason for that.
Yeah, that makes sense that they're not giving you much.
And lately, I just keep seeing Charlie Ward's face. And it was crazy because I've never really, followed him much. So look into what he used to say a long time ago. There's something
He used to
about
say that it would happen on Thursday, which would mean we'd get it tonight overnight. He used to say,
I'm
all the
still,
time,
and
"It'll
I
happen
don't
on
want to be
Thursday."
negative, but I'm still hoping for some like a massive earthquake somewhere that doesn't hurt anybody, and then it goes today. On a personal note, that would be
Most
great.
of the time, they do hurt somebody. So
Like,
Jen's rooting for an earthquake, folks. There you go. Jen's rooting for an earthquake.
But we're still moving. It's still going to happen. We've made progress. People are getting paid. Things are getting signed. Everybody's going to go quiet. Countries are going quiet. Why? It's because we just all forgotten about it. Oh, okay, let's just, hey, everybody off on vacation. No, it's because they don't want anybody stopping it. They don't want any problems. They've got some kind of public reveal. They want to do it in a certain way, and that's what's going to play out now. So if anybody gets on a show, starts crying and screaming and yelling and everything, then that's just their trauma. Okay, that's their personal problems. It's still happening. I mean, I'm excited about this week still. Anytime now, tomorrow, Friday, we'll just see how the next step plays out. But I think we're good.
Okay.
I do.
Okay. Let me go back to. I'm looking for.
Unless something major happens, like worldwide, I mean, if the world blows up, it's all over, right? It doesn't happen, okay? If I don't know what they could do now with the processes that are playing out right now, the keys turning and the codes and everything going on all over the place. They can't stop it.
Right. Yeah, I mean, if 31 Atlas goes behind the sun and suddenly makes a 90-degree turn and comes straight at Earth when it goes around the sun, that could change things.
Right.
That's
talking
about aliens.
Story. Yeah, that's probably a problem.
Yeah.
That happens.
If that happens. But other than that, I think that's interesting timing. I think what it is, though, Jen, is the aliens want to be here for the big show when things change on planet Earth. So if that is an alien ship, I think it's.
I don't really think we're waiting on aliens right now.
Yeah,
but I don't know everything. I mean, if there's aliens involved, they're already here. They know what's going on.
Yeah. Do you think Iraq is making reasons to punish? No, I think that they're a third world country that shouldn't have this kind of responsibility because they're not mature enough to execute it. So there's a lot of pressure. There's politicians are under threat and duress and coercion. That's what happens. So, all right. Questions for Jen when we get to questions are going to be, you have to have your real name and the real name of the person or pet you might be asking about. That helps Jen connect. Other than that, if you have a picture, that really helps too. It's really important to get your real name in there. Again, those of you who Rumble Rant and Super Chat, your questions go to the top of the heap. And we get to them first. There's about, Jen, 4,800. How many?
That's good for Wednesday.
Almost almost about 4,000 people in the chat. So
that is good for live on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah,
good.
Thank you guys for being here. And Jen, how long do you have today? It's 20 through 10, 11.
I'd say 11:15.
11:15. All right, we'll try to get that through. All right, let's go to the questions and talk to some people. Joe Evans says, howdy, I'm so glad to be here. Hi, Joe. We love you. Thank you for everything all the time. Lori Yoder with a $10 super chat. Thank you, Lori. Says, my husband Brent and I do not own currency. Will we come up with enough money somehow to do all of our house and outdoor port, the nearest airport, to the currency exchange and spend $60 and get yourself a million Vietnamese dong? Scrape the $60 together and go do it. But
Lori, don't buy pizza and make dinner, all right? And take that money, because to make it for the family, to get pizza for the family is like $80 to $100 now.
It's insane. Yeah.
Just get something, just in case. I mean, I don't know how you could go with us all this time and not get anything and just have it. I mean, at least to run to the bank with. All right. Well, we come with the money somehow. Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Trying to figure out what it is. There is some kind of increase that comes into you. I don't know if that's Social Security. I don't know if that's some kind of stimulus. There is a lump sum that comes in. There's several things that come in over the next few months. So yeah.
Yeah, Trump answered questions a couple days ago, and he said, and I played it last night on Toxically Masculine Tuesday, which you missed. He said that some people are complaining my volume is too low, so I'm going to increase it. He said, that they're going to be issuing payments, and I think they're calling them Doge payments, but we all know they're Nasara payments. By August 1st. He said by August 1st, which, Jen, is now only 7 days away, people will be receiving payments.
Oh, yeah? Awesome.
What's he? You want me to play the clip? You want me to go find it?
Yeah, play the clip. I want to hear that.
All right. Because I'm like, what the heck is he talking about?
Awesome. I could use that for the vacation.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, I mean,
maybe
again,
it's enough for an air conditioner. Let's do that.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. And again, okay, here it is. Hang on. Okay. Let's do a screen share. Trump payment search. So I'm going to play this clip for you.
Which is the date you gave August 1st, but the date that you gave August 1st, right? Why stick with the date if you're saying that
payments start on August 1st. The only thing that's really sacred about August 1st is that's when payments start. So they have to start paying billions of dollars to you.
That's just talking about tariff.
Are you a citizen of the country? Yes, all right, good. You'll be very happy because you're going to be getting a lot of money. Just like they found a budget surplus. We have a budget surplus of $25 billion. Everyone said, how did that happen? It hasn't happened in many years. It happened because of good management and tariffs.
Do you plan to release 14?
So I hear what you're saying. I thought at first it was tariffs too, Jen, but then he said, you'll be getting money and you'll be very happy.
Did he say, are you a citizen?
Yeah. Are you a U.S. citizen? They said yes. Then you'll be very happy and you'll be getting money. So I think they're going to use tariffs and Doge savings as an excuse to start paying people. That's what it sounds like.
Let's see how that plays out.
Do you see
a lot of times people will take one little word and turn it into what they want to hear? So let's wait for an official announcement of that. I mean, or someone to receive a payment.
Yeah, because he said, that is when the tariff payments start for the new tariffs he's just imposed on Iraq. And said you're going to be receiving payments if you're an American citizen. So, wow. Interesting.
Let's see. Let me look. Could be September. I do think that Social Security increases start in September.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if it's August 1st, but I do see something coming through like mid-August starting, and it is on. What I saw for September was on Wednesdays, so I think that's Social Security.
Oh, you mean like August 23rd, mid-August, something might happen?
Mid-August.
August 23rd.
Something else starts. So that's maybe.
All right. Okay, let's move on to the other Rumble rants. Donna Elwell says, my son David passed away 6.5 years ago. Does he have a message for me?
There's a lot of Davids. Oh, there we go. Donna. He's sorry about the way things happened. He knows that it's been so hard on you. He's been there almost every day during the grieving process. Well, not now, but like back then, he was there almost every day trying to help you through that, help you understand. He says he's received healing at home in heaven and is all better now.
Okay. Carissa for a $10 Rumble Rant. Thank you, Carissa. Says, I'm looking to start a whole life financial program. Will I be happy doing this? Should I be happier working with first or the second company I've been talking with? Okay, she wants to know if she'll be happier with the first or second company, and will she be happy starting a whole life financial plan?
Second company. Yes, as of now. I do think everything's going to change shortly with that idea. And you'll start working with other people. But it's a good plan A, right? For now. Yeah. Second company.
April Clem is now a monthly supporter for $5 a month. Thank you, April Clem. All right. Rutabago for $5. This is Renee. Oh, my name is Rose, and my daughter passed away 5 years ago. Oh, God, that's really hard. I'd like to know if she has anything to say to me. Her name is Renee. So Rose wants to connect with her daughter, Renee, in heaven.
I'm sorry I couldn't stay. It's basically the same. I love you, Mom. She's showing me pumpkins. She's showing you outside, talking to her in your mind. So I think she's saying that she hears you.
Okay. Viviana, $10 super chat on the YouTube side of the house, says, waiting for the RV to occur before purchasing silver, XRP, and XLM. Will the prices of silver and these cryptocurrencies be significantly higher after the RV compared to current prices? We think so, but we don't know what the time frame is, and we don't give financial advice. So, Jen, do you have anything you might want to fill her in on that, or?
Well, don't make any financial decisions because of the psychic, but I'm thinking we go RV, go to gold. There's initial rise in silver, XRP, XLM, and the other one. What's the other one? The precious metals, cryptos jump.
Yeah.
But we've got tiered jumps with both of those things throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah. So you have
around into about March or something of next year. That's when you're going to see the huge rise in silver. And cryptos kind of like keep going like this up, and then we've got, so that's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, I'm going to plan on buying some cryptos and silver and gold after the RV. That's one of the things I'm going to invest in. So yeah, absolutely. Super chat from Sailplane. No name, but we'll try to get your question. I don't know if I can answer a personal question. Oh, Mike S. It's Mike. Okay. The Dream Lake House in New Hampshire. Jen, we will need your $16 rate to get it. Well, don't depend on Jen. But Mike S. wants to know, for, by the way, $20 US.
I say 1676 at the Exchange Center. I know you're not going to be able to tell me, so we need like a code word if that happens, if at the rates that just send me a thumbs up on Telegram. Big thumbs up. All right. 10-4. Let's do that. All right. 10-4. If most of the rates you got are what I said, just send me something that says 10-4. Okay.
10-4. Okay.
All right. I do think you're probably going to get that rate at exchange. You will get a lake house. Kind of looks like an A-frame to me. We used to call it like a chalet. I don't know if I'm just seeing I don't know if I'm seeing the exact house or if I'm just they're giving me an idea of what it will be like. But yeah, all the way around.
Okay. Let's flip over.
I don't know if it's the dream house, but it is a dream house.
Yeah. Okay, so Michelle M has a question, and that's I think $10 Rumble rant. Can you say a prayer for our neighbor? They're like parents to me. The doctor is now saying he has cancer, congestive heart failure, and blood clots. His name is Jordan. Well, we can always do that. Absolutely.
Yes, we will. Why don't you send me his information in the email and tell me, remind me that I said I would do free healing for him. I need a picture, first and last name, please.
Okay. Florida gal Debbie says, do you see if I need to use my currency on Wise to save my home? That's a $5 Rumble rent.
If we go much longer, you might.
Anna Ann for $10. Anna Ann for $10 says, hi, Mike and Jen. This is Anna. I'm going to the concert with my son Adam and his girlfriend Saturday evening. Is it going to be safe? Okay.
You guys are going to have to take your safety in your own hands, and I can tell you what I see. But, it's not, I can't really tell you, yeah, go ahead, it's safe, and then something happens. So this is completely up to you. But I don't really see anything major happening that would be of concern.
Okay. $10 Rumble rant. Elizabeth says, I want to ask about my brother-in-law, Christopher. How will he react physically to the cancer treatments that are coming, excluding medbed treatment, of course?
The cancer treatments that are coming. Like the current he's receiving them now?
Yeah, I think so.
Or are you talking about new cures? Let me see here. Jesus. Brother-in-law Christopher. Elizabeth. I think he's going to actually do well. I am concerned about the immune system and weakening that. Yeah. I do think it's effective on getting the cancer, but then it's like causing other problems if he does that traditional treatment. But like, I don't know what treatment you're talking about, like if it was the suggested treatment or the alternate treatment. So I do see him making progress and getting better.
Okay. Paula for $10. Hi, Jen. It's Paula. Do you see me buying the house on Winter Drive?
No, it's not that one.
Okay. Beth Costanzo for $50. Thank you, Beth. That's great. Okay. I just found a beautiful space to rent in Beverly, Massachusetts to open a kids' play center, daycare center. Is this the space for me?
Yeah, thumbs up on that. It would be a good place.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my stomach growling. I apologize for that.
No.
I forget
Sounds
to
of
eat.
Freedom. Sounds of Freedom for $5. Yeah, I don't ever forget. Hi, Mike and Jen. This is Mindy. My girls Allie and Addie are going to an AJR concert. I don't know what it is, outside in the Chicago suburbs this Sunday. Will they be safe at the concert and on the road?
I'm just okay, girls. Crossbody bag. Keep it in the front. All right. We don't want any. What he's saying is you don't want any purses that are on the side or the back of you, like a little backpack. There's going to be a lot of pickpockets there, is what I'm seeing. But as far as like anything huge happening there that's going to be dangerous, no. This looks like a problem-free event.
Okay. Makana J for $10. Hi, Mike and Jen. This is Janelle. Will my son's girlfriend, Ariana, get a job soon from a contact? I asked. Thank you both for all you do.
I do see them giving her a position.
Okay.
You might want to have a little talk with her because I don't see them happy with her performance. Okay.
All right. Teddy Cassie for $5 says, hi, Jen and Mike. This is Kat. What kind of a humanitarian project do you see me supporting and starting? Perhaps with water.
So it's either water conservation or we're catching rainwater in these look like trash cans, okay, these buckets, and then there are tubes that lead over to like a hydroponic kind of growing area. So that's what I'm seeing. It's like this big contraption. So I don't know what you're doing with. I think that's what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah, it sounds like a project.
It's growing food without soil, but using rainwater to do it.
Okay. All right. YouTube super chat. Joshua Vigil. Do you see me working with dogs in the future for $5 super chat? Thank you, Joshua.
No.
Okay.
I think it's horses.
Horses. $10 super chat. Thank you on the YouTube side. My name is Michael Johnson. Do you see me being able to purchase the home at 87 Oak Drive that I am currently renting, and it goes on the market next week?
Yeah.
Okay.
I see paperwork and money changing hands.
Good. Miguel, $10 super chat. Miguel Gonzalez. Jen, what kind of work do you see me doing in the near future? Interesting question.
Well, shot in the dark. Let's see here. Miguel. You know what it actually looks like? I got investments. I saw you at a computer. I don't know if you're playing with stocks or money or cryptos or something like that, but it looks like that. I do think that you're helping other people with that.
Nice.
So that'll give you a direction.
Nice. Cyberfox for a $50 super chat. Thank you, Cyberfox, over there on YouTube. I will be happy to send the couple without currency some dong. I need their contact. Wow. Cyberfox. That's really
that's nice.
It's very nice of you.
Who are you talking about?
The earlier lady that I've lost her way back in the chat, but she didn't.
Is that like Lisa?
Could be. Yeah.
Is it Linda or Lisa?
Really didn't have any dong or dinar or anything. Yeah. So that's very sweet of you to do that. Sharon Barker for a $10 super chat says, does my husband, who goes by the name of Roy, have a message for me from heaven?
Okay, Sharon. Great people. Got that right off you, Sharon. And when you guys were together. You have never been alone. This man would never leave you alone. He has just with everyday stuff. He's just walking around behind you, just like he always used to do at the house. Just loves you so much. He's just doing everything. I mean, and you know it. I can't. The love between you guys, it just makes me. You're gonna be okay. He said, "You're gonna be okay." Aw. Okay. Moving on. Sweet. I just want to go hang out with them. They're awesome. Awesome people.
Betty Hines, I guess, with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Betty. What's going on with my heart and head? Are they getting better? And do my spirit guides have anything to say?
Let's just do the one question, please. The heart and the head is most important. All right, we've got a problem with circulation in the heart, and it's a problem with oxygen to the brain. So keep work with a cardiologist with that. I don't want to scare you. There's nothing like terribly urgent, but it could be something like congestive heart failure that you have. There's a definite condition that you need to keep up on.
Start. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's so far all the super chats and Rumble rants. Kayla rhymes with Layla says, as the world mourns the passing of Ozzy Osbourne, I can't help but think it's a distraction. You know, Ozzy was in his 70s and did a ton of drugs. Apologize if it sounds heartless. Peace be.
It's still like Generation X is just kind of like, what? You know, like it's just I was never into Ozzy because of the whole thing that went off with the biting the head off of the bats or the kittens at the concert. I was over it then. I was just like, oh hell no. No.
Ozzy and Sharon were dedicated Trump haters. So you got to wonder if it's part of the leave the stage
but
plan.
It's just for everyone, it's just like, oh wow. You know, it was just something from childhood that, you know, some of the
Osbournes was a hilarious show, though. I will say the Osbournes was hilarious.
Yeah, he probably, it was pretty hard on his body.
He lived a long time considering how many drugs he did. Okay, Ageless Sage Wisdom, Mike and Jen, is there a time frame for how long we can wait to redeem currency? Asking because of long-term capital gains apply, can I wait to redeem? If there are those taxes, you know, you got to decide that.
Okay, so here's the deal.
No.
This is what I was.
I'm told no. I was told no by my people, but Jen, go ahead.
Okay, this is what I was getting. All right, this is why people say this is not a taxable event. If you go to the exchange, it is in your best interest to go to an exchange center because that is where you're going to get your QFS Treasury account. That is actually a trust with the government for the US, for USA. When you put things, and I could be wrong, but what I'm getting is that when you put that in that trust, you don't pay taxes according to the current structure until you take money out of that trust.
Mm-hmm.
There are also exemptions for certain bond redemptions. Let's say $100 million. Okay, let's say you get $100 million exemption on your Zim or something, just to make it easy. So if you pull out $100 million from that trust, you have a piece of paper that says you're exempt up to $100 million because you got that from the Zim. And that is assuming if it's all put in the same trust and we don't have like 4 or 5 different trusts or one per currency or something, that would be confusing. I just put it all in the same trust, but I don't know. So that's why it's not a taxable event, because it's actually a trust with the Treasury. And who knows how many exemptions we'll have for certain bonds and things and why. But until such time as we've got the taxes gone and all the laws changed and complete Nasara Jasara, you're kind of covered by that. So I wouldn't pull it all out of the trust and put it in terrestrial banks. I would pull some out. And so you'll find out what you can do, but there's ways around that.
Yeah.
For us.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would hold off to redeem. Because I would not hold off to redeem. I would go to your redemption appointment, get it done. Hold off. You can hold off to pull it out. But if you hold off to redeem or exchange, the US dollar is going to revalue and you're not going to make any money.
Yeah. So, I mean,
that's
a possibility. That's
just the way I think. I could be absolutely wrong. That's how I see it.
I'm redeeming the moment that I can. I'm redeeming.
Well, we know that.
Okay. Yeah. Stuart Barker, all wars have to stop before Nasara Jasara. I keep hearing this. It's completely not true. It is Nasara and Jasara which are going to bring peace to the world, not the other way around. So that's not true. Divine by Nature says, please put a thumbs up. 899 watching and only 46 thumbs up for now. That was quite a while back, but yeah. Amber, if anyone has an explanation for why Trump accusing China of meddling in the 2020 election is okay, but Democrats accusing Russia of meddling in the 2016 elections isn't, I would like to hear it. Okay, Amber, here you fucking go. What happened in 2016 is that the Democrats, Clapper, Comey, Christopher Wray, all of these corrupt politicians, including Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, got together and conspired by creating false information and false reports to undermine the incoming freely elected president of the United States. It was clandestine. It was secret. They also used stuff to put false information in the press to try to bolster their case in an attempt to claim that Donald Trump was compromised by Russia, number one. Number two, that Russia had interfered in the election, which they did not. And number three, to try to get Donald Trump removed from office before he could take office. There's a word for that. It's called treason. And we all know what the penalty is for treason. We only can sit back and hope now that it gets executed. What Donald Trump is doing is openly saying we have evidence that China interfered in the 2020 election. There is no secret meetings. There is no plot or conspiracy to overthrow the current president, which is known as sedition in addition to treason. That's the difference. I'm glad I could clarify that for you. Anyway. And I'm not on steroids. Hi, Mike and Jen. Kayla here. My boyfriend Jeremy is being pushed out of his job, and I still haven't gotten one. Will we find new jobs soon? Well, that's tough, KK. Will Kayla and Jeremy
Both
find
of you.
new jobs soon? Okay.
If you still need it, I really see something like both employed, like within a week. I mean, it comes in all at the same time really fast. So yeah, just keep trying really hard and you'll find something.
Things are improving out there. That's for sure. Kathy says, I'm still floating on air over Jen, feeling my energy Monday and telling me she sees happy surprises for me. And I'm excited too, Jen.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. That was awesome. You're awesome.
Yeah, that was great. That's great. Hi, Mike and Jen. This is Rosalie. My son Ray and me have a company together. We are owed a big chunk of money. Do you see us getting this money back?
You get it in pieces. There is an initial payment. There is like a monthly payment, and then there is a payment at the end. I believe this starts in like November. Yeah, something's worked out on that.
Okay. Hi, Jen. My name is Jackie, and my Rottweiler is Cornelius. I have wormed him, but he's still licking. Oh, gross. Okay. I've wormed him, but can you see anything that could be the problem? He's still having itching and stuff. Is there another problem Cornelius has, or does he just need to be?
Okay, so I don't. There's some kind of. Okay. Around the back end, there is some kind of glands. There is a little bit of infection, and then they are leaking. Take them to the vet and have the back end looked at. I don't really want to look at that anymore. But there's something going on there. Something going on
there. Okay. All right. And if you want to hear Jen go off on a rant, maybe this will get her going. I just had a rant. Jen, this is Len, a YouTube pastor that says New Age methods such as meditation, yoga, saging, crystals, and Reiki are contracts with spirits and therefore against God. What is your take? And Jen, the stage is yours.
A YouTube pastor. You know, anybody can call themselves a pastor. Do you know the people who guys really needs to do more research? Okay. You know, a lot of people will just, I'm a pastor, I'm a shaman, and wear their labels and step out of a very negative life into their ego or their to that position and think they know everything. First of all, if anybody thinks they know everything, they're wrong, and they have a lot to learn. Meditation, guy's not very knowledgeable at all. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And every spiritual person that's been on this road for a long time just went, yep.
That was the mildest rant
Well, I
ever,
don't
Jen.
need to
Okay.
rant and scream and yell. I mean, that's just, taking a cue from the dark side there and running with it.
Well, I don't need
I don't
either,
need to
but
get
it feels
mad
good.
at some guy who says that, because I don't feel insecure about what I'm doing.
Neither do I. It's 11:11, by the way. Everybody make a wish. Today's a good time. Okay. I just made a wish that Jen is right, and we're in the money tomorrow. Okay, Booker Bean, super chat for $5, says, has the IRS been dismantled? Asking for a friend. Okay.
Yeah. Everything that goes on under the title of the IRS is automated. So if you file electronically and are owed a refund, it'll spit out that refund. If you have an agreement with them to pay a certain amount a month or whatever to pay, or you do your taxes, so everything is automated. I feel like all the employees have been absorbed into the treasury or have given different positions or let go. Been let go, a lot let go. I think like late August, we're gonna see hopefully it's August 23rd. We're gonna get the reveal. It just depends on how well things go right now.
Okay, we got about 3 or 4 minutes left. We got to get some more Rumble rants and super chats in. Kim Coatney for $10 says, hi guys, I have to bring mom to a family event in seriously damaged TDS. Aunt Rhody and Uncle Mark. Will it be as bad as I am dreading? Well, not if you don't engage, Kim. You could not engage.
Right.
But
Don't
that's like
talk about
telling me don't engage. It's not going to happen.
Listen, all right. They're still your family. When I was growing up, my mom's parents were Democrats, but they were old school Democrats. Like they wanted the services for the people, help the poor, all that. Yeah. And the other half of the family was Republican. We did not discuss politics at the table. That was a rule. That was your personal opinion. We did not tell anybody who we voted for. And maybe that's a rule that you need to adopt in your family if it's splitting up the family. Now, if they come at you and try to attack you, then say, I would really like to enjoy the family occasion. I don't really want to discuss it. You're not going to flip them, okay? And they're not going to flip you. So let's decide that our family is more important than this subject and get back to that. Let's talk about what we're doing with our life and where we've been and leave it there.
Okay, Beth Costanzo for another $50 super chat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rumble rant. That's awesome. I've been creating professional development courses for teachers with AI. The courses are so much fun and informative. Will this part of my business continue?
You're going to expand on that, yeah? Yep.
Do the angels see AI as a useful tool or a grievous threat to mankind in the future in the next 100 years?
Depends who uses it.
It's been what?
It's a tool. It's a tool, but it depends on who uses it.
Yeah.
I do think that they know of the dangers of AI out of control, and there will be safeguards put on certain programs that are used to stop it from taking over the world, robots taking over the world. I'm not really worried about it.
Has that thing, the war against the machines that we see in science fiction, has this happened all over the universe many times before? Have there been situations where AI has gotten out of control and corporeal beings have had to fight wars with them and stuff? Has that happened in the past?
No, but advanced technologies have been used to fight wars for souls in bodies. And that made it much easier to go ahead and get into a conflict because they're not losing anybody. Mm-hmm. They're just fighting these wars with these, drones and things.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing.
It's like the Star Trek episode where they go to this planet and they tell them the Enterprise has been hit and destroyed in a war. And they're like, what are you talking about? There's no explosions. The whole war is fought in computers. And if somebody's told that they were killed, they have to report to a disintegration chamber. And shit. And Kirk's like, you people are nuts. You're out of your mind. I'm going to blow the computer
Evil
up.
has been trying to make an intelligent vehicle that they can control for a very long time through cloning, through robots, through drones, and whatever. With that, the only vehicle that has been able to stand the test of the time is one that is born in, the one that has a soul. They all fail after a while. And they cannot regenerate and last very long. Mm-hmm. So evil's always going to try to get around creation.
You should make all robots and robot intelligences vulnerable to EMP. As long as you expose them to that, you can set off a nuke and knock them all out. So probably a good idea to do that. Okay, Jen, we got to get you out of here. Christy for $10 says, our chocolate lab Chloe's pregnant. How many puppies do you see, and when do you see
8.
Her go to labor? 8 puppies. Wow. Betty O says, will Carson and Chet buy our truck?
Yeah, but they're going to do it late.
Okay.
Delay.
All right. There's another one down here. Jay Kogan for $10. I just got to find it in the list. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Jen, this is Jan C. I want to move by my kids. Do you see a clue of a home for me? Or should I stay here? Okay, so do you see
You do move by your kids. It's going to take about a year and a half.
And Raul wants to know if his bankruptcy is ultimately going to be Chapter 13. Will this filing go into limbo, or will we get it finished?
Raul. You gotta get it finished. Got like another 40, 45 days, something like that.
Yeah. Yes, Rick. All the NFL teams are in training camp. That means the football show is coming back with me and Jim Mitchell and Brian Engelman soon. We're discussing how to do that right. All right, guys. That's going to wrap it up. Guys, we don't know what's going to happen. Today is Wednesday. This is a regularly scheduled call day for Tony. I don't know if he's going to do one or not. If he does, I would pay attention to it. I would pay attention to Wolvie. I would pay attention to Jen. I would pay attention to Bruce. I would pay attention to all these folks. And don't get discouraged because I heard something different than they did. Remember, we don't know how this is going to roll out. We don't know. We think we could start seeing bond moves. Friends that have bonds, they could be rich today. We don't know. We could have to wait until Tuesday. Maybe that's just when we make our appointments, or maybe that's when we're in the redemption centers. I don't know, which would mean we could get an announcement before that. So everybody stay calm, stay focused, stay ready, get your plans prepared, and be ready to execute your plans. I will see you later on Whiskey and Wisdom. Jen, what do you got coming up?
Lots of work. Just full day at work.
Lots of readings. Yeah, lots of readings. Okay. All right, guys, that is going to wrap it up. Thank you for being here. We appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back on Monday. Getting to the last week of the month. We'll be back on Monday. Unless something really juicy, sweet, cool happens before then, in which case, at least I will be back earlier than that. And I assume if Jen's got the time, she's not doing her nails, she'll be there too.
Yeah, that's what I do.
That's what Jen does.
That's what I do. I sit around doing my nails all day.
Jen has a little Vietnamese girl do her nails for her.